Hello, my dear friend. Welcome to our little corner of the world. I am so happy you are here with me today. My name is Anna, and this is the VUS Learning English podcast. If this is your first time here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you feel warm and comfortable here. And to my wonderful friends who are returning, welcome back. It is always a joy to have you. Today, we are going to talk about something very important. We will talk about learning English words, but we will talk about it in a new way, a way that is kind and gentle and very powerful. This episode is for you if you feel tired. If you feel like you are learning so many words, but you cannot speak. I want to show you a beautiful, simple path to speaking English with confidence. It is a path that is not about working harder. It is about learning smarter. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me today. I know your time is precious. I am truly grateful you are here. If you enjoy our time together today, please think about subscribing or following the podcast. It helps other English learners just like you find our small and friendly community. And I would love to know where you are listening from. Are you in a busy city or a quiet town? Are you in Europe, Asia, Africa, the Americas? It makes me so happy to think of us all connecting from all over the world. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. I want you to imagine something. Imagine someone tells you that to speak English well, you must learn every word. Every word in a big, heavy, dusty dictionary. They say English is a huge mountain of words. A mountain so high, you cannot even see the top. This idea can feel very heavy. It can make you feel small. It can make you feel that fluency is impossible. My friend, I am here to tell you that this is not true. It is a myth. It is a story that is not true. This myth, this untrue story, might be the reason you feel stuck. It is why you feel overwhelmed. It is why you are quiet in conversations, even after years of learning. Does this feel familiar? You have learned thousands of words. Maybe you can read English very well. Maybe you can write in English. But when it is time to speak and your mind feels empty, blank, the words do not come. This feeling is so frustrating. It can break your confidence. But I want you to hear me now. This is not your fault. Let me say that again. This is not your fault. It is the fault of a broken system. A system that tells you to just memorize more. Now, what if I told you a secret? What if I told you the real key to speaking English with confidence is inside just 1,000 words? Yes, just 1,000 words. Not 10,000. Not 50,000. 1,000. In our time together today, I will show you this new way. I will show you why learning thousands of random words is a waste of your precious time. And I will show you the exact 1,000 words that can help you understand up to 85% of daily English conversation. We are not going to build a library of dusty words you will never use. No. We are going to build a small, powerful toolkit. A toolkit for real conversations with real people. This is not just a list of words. This is a new way to learn. a new strategy. By the end of this episode, you will understand why this works. You will know what words to learn, and you will know how to learn them. You will have a step-by-step plan for 90 days. This can change everything for you. It will change how you learn, and it will change how you think about English forever. Let's be honest for a moment. Does this sound like you? You decide, this is my year. This is the year I will speak English fluently. You get a new app for learning words. You buy a beautiful new notebook. You promise yourself, I will learn 30 new words every day. Or maybe 50 new words every day. The first week feels amazing. You feel so good. You are a learning machine. You learn words like photosynthesis and quixotic and serendipity. They are big, smart-sounding words. You feel brilliant. You imagine talking to native speakers and using these big words. Then the second week comes. Life is busy. You miss one day of studying. Then you miss another day. The list of words you need to review gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It becomes a monster. That happy, excited feeling turns into guilt. You feel bad. The app on your phone feels like it is watching you, judging you. It reminds you that you failed. And here is the worst part. Even when you were learning all those fancy words, you still did not feel confident ordering a coffee. You still felt frozen when a native speaker asked you a simple question. A question like, so what have you been up to? Why does this happen to so many of us? It happens because of the great vocabulary myth. The myth that says more words is always better. The myth that says learning English is a numbers game, and the person with the most words wins. My friend, that is not true. It is not true scientifically, and it is not true in real life. The problem is not your memory. The problem is not your discipline. And the problem is not your intelligence. You are smart. You are capable. The problem is the strategy. Trying to learn English by memorizing thousands of random words is like trying to build a house in a strange way. Imagine you want to build a house, so you collect one of every kind of material in the world. You get some beautiful marble from Italy. You get some strong bamboo from Japan. You get some special clay from Peru. You have an amazing collection of materials. It is very impressive. But you cannot build a house with it. You cannot live in it. What you really needed was simple things. You needed bricks and wood and concrete. The basic, strong, useful materials. This is what happens with your English. You have a collection of impressive words, but they are not connected. The word serendipity is a beautiful word, but how many times do you use it in a real conversation? This week? This month? Ever? Now think about these words. I think, is good, have. How many times have you used those words today? Many, many times. The truth is, the old way of learning vocabulary is not efficient. It makes you waste hundreds of hours, maybe thousands of hours. You spend this time on words that you will almost never use. You spend 80% of your energy to learn words you will use less than 1% of the time. This creates a problem. We can call this problem passive knowledge. Passive means you can understand something, but you cannot create it yourself. So you can recognize a word when you read it. You might understand it in a movie with subtitles, but you cannot use it in a real conversation. The word is locked in a box in your mind, and you cannot find the key when you need it. This cycle of learning, forgetting, and feeling unable to speak is very painful. It makes you feel frustrated. It makes you believe I am bad at languages. It makes you think that fluency is a special gift and only a few people have it. This is the real sadness of the great vocabulary myth. It does not just waste your time. It steals your confidence. It makes you want to give up. Today, you and we will break this cycle. We are going to put this myth away, and we will replace it with a system that works, a system that is efficient and effective, and built for real human connection. It is time to stop collecting useless materials. It is time to start building your beautiful house of English. So, we know the old way is broken. It does not work well. It makes you feel bad. And it does not give you what you really want. What you want is to speak English with confidence, to feel relaxed and natural. Now let's talk about the solution. The solution is so simple and so powerful. It might feel like a secret. Remember what I said earlier? The key to understanding about 80 to 85% of all daily English conversation is just 1,000 words. Let that idea sit with you for a moment. Just 1,000 words. Not 10,000, not 50,000, 1,000. This is not a trick. It is a true and tested idea about language. It is based on something called the Pareto principle, or the 80/20 rule. This rule says that in many things in life, a small amount of effort creates most of the results. About 80% of the results come from just 20% of the effort. In language, this is even more true. Very small number of words do almost all of the work. Experts who study language have proven this. They use computers to look at billions of words from real conversations, words from TV shows and books and websites. They look to see which words people actually use every day, and what they found is amazing. Again and again, they find that the top 1,000 most common English words are everywhere. These 1,000 words make up a huge part of everyday language. They make up about 75% of the words in books and newspapers, and they make up an amazing 80 to 85% of spoken conversation. One group of researchers found that just over 700 word families can cover 90% of the words in normal spoken English. Think about what this means for you. It means you can focus your energy like a laser beam. You can focus on learning these core 1,000 words. And when you do, you can go from understanding very little to understanding most of what you hear. You can go from feeling like you cannot make a sentence to having the tools to say almost any basic idea you have. This is the 1,000 word revolution. It is a completely new way of thinking. We need to change our minds. We must move from thinking more to thinking what is most effective. It is about being smart with our learning, not just using force. Let's imagine two people learning English. Let's call them Learner A and Learner B. Learner A uses the old way. She tries to learn 30 random words every day. After 100 days, she has learned 3,000 words. But these words are a big mix. Some are common, some are very rare, some are formal, some are informal. Her knowledge is like a big, shallow lake. It is a mile wide, but only an inch deep. She cannot use the words well. She only understands maybe 40 or 50% of a normal conversation. She is always feeling lost and trying to catch up. She feels tired. Now let's look at Learner B. Learner B uses the 1,000 word approach. He focuses on learning just 10 or 12 core words each day. He learns them deeply. After about 100 days, he has mastered the 1,000 most frequent words. His knowledge is not as wide as Learner A's, but it is very deep. It is strong and useful. He can understand 85% of what he hears in a conversation. And because he understands so much, he can easily guess the meaning of the other 15% of words. He can understand the context. Learner B is not just surviving conversations. He is participating in them. He is connecting with people. He is building his confidence. He is really communicating. So, who is more fluent? It is Learner B, of course. It is not even a contest. Learner B is the one having real conversations, making friends, and truly using the language. He is happy. Now, this is not a shortcut to perfect English. You will not sound like a Shakespearean actor with only 1,000 words, and that is okay. To understand very complex topics or academic books, you will need more words. For example, to watch movies comfortably, people often need about 3,000 words. But that is not our goal right now. Our goal is fluency. And fluency is not about being perfect. Fluency is about communication. It is about getting your message across and understanding what people say to you in most normal situations. These 1,000 words are the foundation. Imagine you are building a very tall building, a skyscraper. These words are the strong, deep foundation under the ground. Without this foundation, your building will not be stable. But with this foundation, your building can be as tall as you want. With this foundation, the path to advanced fluency is not just possible. It is a natural next step. This is your launch pad. This all sounds good, but I want to give you the exact system. I want to show you exactly how to do this. We will talk about 3 things. First, why this works. The science behind it. Second, what these 1,000 words are. And third, how you can learn them. How you can make them part of your active speaking vocabulary. So first, the why. Why are these 1,000 words so powerful? We talked about the 80/20 rule. Let's go a little deeper. The power is in an idea called coverage. Coverage just means the percentage of words you understand. If you are reading a book or listening to a conversation, how many of the words do you know? Smart researchers like a woman named Batia Laufer have studied this. They found that for reading, there is a magic number. If you know less than 95% of the words in a text, it is very hard to understand. Your understanding falls off a cliff. It is like trying to listen to a radio with a lot of static. You can't make sense of it. But when you cross that 95% line, something wonderful happens. You can comfortably understand the main ideas, and you can use the context to guess the meaning of the few words you do not know. This is how native speakers learn new words all the time. They learn them naturally from the story. Our 1,000 word strategy is not designed to get you to 95% of all English. That takes more words. Our strategy is designed to get you to 85% of spoken English. This is the crucial first step. When you understand 85%, you are not lost anymore. You are in the game. You can follow the conversation. You understand what is happening. The other 15% are often specific words for things, words like pizza or laptop, or they are less common words that you can ask about, or you can guess them because your foundation is so strong. A top researcher named Professor Stuart Webb has said this. Learning the first 800 to 1,000 most common word families is the fastest way to start speaking a language quickly. Let's see this in action. I'm going to read a short paragraph. The most common words from our 1,000 word list will be easy to spot. I get up at 7 in the morning. I have a cup of coffee and then I go to work. My work is very interesting. I like my job because I can help a lot of people. When I come home, I make dinner for my family. We eat and talk about our day. Did you see? Almost every word in that paragraph was a small, simple, common word. These words are the skeleton of the paragraph. They hold everything together. The only words that were not from that super common list were coffee, interesting, job, and family. But even without knowing those words, you could understand the story, right? Absolutely. This is the power of high-frequency words. They are the glue. They are the nails. They are the beams of the language. Everything else is just decoration. Okay, so now for the what. What are these 1,000 words? 1,000 sounds like a big number. It can feel scary. So let's make it small and easy to manage. We are not going to look at one giant scary list. You would not eat a whole pizza in one bite. So we will not learn 1,000 words all at once. We can break the 1,000 words into 4 groups, 4 powerful categories, 4 missions. Each mission has about 250 words. This turns one big scary goal into 4 small achievable missions. Mission 1 is the 250 survival words. This is the foundation of the foundation, the absolute bedrock of English. These are the most common words of all. You need them to make any sentence. These include pronouns: I, you, she, it, we, they, me, him, her, us, them, and words like my, your, his, our, their. They include essential verbs, the action words: be, am, is, are, have, do, go, say, get, make, know, think, see, come. These words are the engines of your sentences. They include core nouns, the words for things and ideas: time, person, year, way, day, thing, man, world, life, hand. And they include basic connectors of in, to, for, with, on, at, from, by, about, as, and, but, or. Without these words, you cannot say anything, but with them, you can already make full sentences. I go to work. She has a good idea. They know the way. Mission 2 is the 250 emotion and opinion words. Language is not just for information. It is for connecting with people. This mission is about learning words to share your feelings and your thoughts. This is what makes your speaking come alive. These include feeling words: happy, sad, angry, tired, love, hate, like, feel, want, need. For example, I feel happy today. They include judgment words: good, bad, great, nice, beautiful, wrong, right, important, sure. For example, this is a very important day. And they include words for thinking and sensing: think, believe, know, feel, see, hear, look, sound. For example, I think that is a good idea. With this group of words, you add color and personality to your English. I am very happy. I think that is a bad idea. She really wants to see that movie. You are now sharing your inner world. This is the heart of real conversation. Mission 3 is the 250 action and daily life words. This is where we get practical. These are the words that describe the world around you and the things you do every day. These include many action verbs: eat, drink, sleep, walk, run, work, play, study, read, write, listen, watch, talk, ask, answer, help, use, open, close, start, stop. For example, I listen to music when I study. Mission 4 is the 250 connection and structure words. This is the final mission, and it is maybe the most important for fluency. These are the words that connect your ideas. They let you build complex thoughts. They let you ask better questions. They let you tell interesting stories. They turn simple sentences into sophisticated communication. These are the words that unlock true fluency. They let you explain your reasons. I am tired because I did not sleep well. They let you talk about possibilities. But if it rains, then we will stay home. They let you tell a story. First, we went to the park. After that, we got ice cream. By breaking the 1,000 words into these 4 clear missions, the journey becomes easy to see. You build from the ground up. First, the solid foundation. Then you add emotional color. Then you add practical actions. And finally, you add the logical structure that holds it all together. So now you have the why and you have the what. Now for the most important part of all, the how. How do you get these 1,000 words out of a list and into your brain? Into your long-term memory? so you can use them in conversation without even thinking. I will tell you how not to do it. You do not just read the list again and again. That is the old way. That is the path to passive knowledge and failure. We are going to use a modern system, a combination of 3 powerful techniques that are based on science. Technique number 1 is called a spaced repetition system, or SRS. The biggest enemy of learning is forgetting. Our brains have a forgetting curve. It means we forget new information very, very fast. You can forget up to 80% of what you learn in just one day if you do not review it. A spaced repetition system is the perfect weapon against forgetting. It is like a very smart flashcard app. It shows you a word right before you are about to forget it. This is the perfect time to review. If you remember the word easily, you will see it less often. If you forget the word, you will see it more often. This is so much smarter and more efficient than reviewing everything every day. Here's how to do it. First, get an SRS app. A famous one is called Anki. It is free on computers and Android phones. There are others like Quizlet or Memrise. Some of these apps even have lists of the 1,000 most common words ready for you. Second, and this is important, create your own cards, but make them the right way. Do not just put the English word on the front and your language on the back. This is a weak connection. A strong flashcard has these things. On the front, put the English word inside a full, simple sentence. For example, for the word use, do not just write use, write, "Can I use your phone?" On the back, you can put the translation, but also add a simple definition in English, and maybe a picture that shows the idea. A picture, a sentence, and a translation create many strong connections in your brain. Third, trust the system. Your only job is to do your reviews every single day. Just open the app and do what it says. It might only be 15 or 20 minutes a day, but doing it every day, that consistency is what moves the words into your permanent memory. Technique number 2 is learning in context. Your brain does not like to remember random, lonely facts. Your brain is a connection machine. It remembers stories, feelings, and images. That is why you must learn new words in context, not in a list. Here is how to do it. First, use the mass sentence method. When you learn a new word, do not just learn that one word. Go online and find 5 to 10 simple sentences that use the word. You can search for use the word happy in a sentence. Read the sentences. Listen to them if you can. Repeat them out loud. This shows your brain all the different ways the word can be used. It builds a rich, strong network around the word. Second, use comprehensible input. This is a famous idea from a linguist named Stephen Krashen. It is a simple idea. It just means you should listen to and read English that is easy for you. English where you already understand most of the words. About 80 to 95%. Once you have learned a few hundred of your core words, you can start this. Find books that are written for English learners. They are called graded readers. Watch cartoons for children Listen to podcasts made for English learners like this one. This creates a natural, relaxing environment for learning. You start to acquire new words naturally from the context of the story. Just like you learned your first language as a child. It feels good. It does not feel like work. Technique number 3 is active recall and shadowing. Listening and reading is not enough. You have to push your brain to use the words, to actively pull them out of your memory and speak them. Here is how to do it. First, try shadowing. This technique can be amazing for your pronunciation and your speaking confidence. Find a short audio of a native speaker, maybe one of the sentences you found for your new word. Play the audio and at the same time repeat what they are saying. Try to copy them exactly. Their speed, their rhythm, their music. It feels strange at first, but it builds a powerful physical connection to the language. You are teaching your mouth how to make the sounds of English. Second, do self-talk. This is your private English laboratory. No one is listening. You cannot make a mistake. Spend 5 minutes every day just talking to yourself out loud in English. Describe what you are doing. I am walking to the kitchen. I am opening the fridge. I am getting some water. Narrate your thoughts. I think I will go for a walk later. I hope the weather is good. This forces you to use the words you are learning. You are practicing creating sentences in real time. This is an incredibly powerful skill. This 3-part system is the engine of your success. SRS for remembering, context for understanding, and active recall for speaking. This system is built on how your brain really works. It is not built on old broken myths. So theory is good, but action is better. Action is what brings results. So I want to give you a simple, clear plan. Let's call it your 90-day fluency challenge. This is a concrete plan for you to follow. A day-by-day plan to use everything we have talked about and to build your strong foundation for fluency. This is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. If you can do this for 30 to 45 minutes every day for the next 90 days, your English will transform, I promise. Here's the plan, the daily core habit. This takes 30 to 45 minutes. First, spend about 15 minutes on new words. Learn 10 or 12 new words each day from our 4 missions. Your goal is to finish one mission of 250 words about every 3 or 4 weeks. For each new word, create a good flashcard in your SRS app. Remember, a sentence and a picture are best. Say the new word and its sentence out loud 3 times. Second, spend about 10 minutes on your SRS review. Open your app and do your daily reviews. Please do not skip this step. This is the most important part for moving words into your long-term memory. Be honest with yourself. If you had to think for a long time or you were not sure, mark it as difficult. Third, spend about 15 minutes on active practice. You can choose a different activity each day to keep it interesting. One day you can do shadowing. Find audio for your new sentences and copy the speaker. Another day you can do self-talk. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just talk. Try to use your new words. Another day, you can do simple journaling. Write 3 to 5 simple sentences about your day. Do not worry about grammar. Just communicate your ideas. Try to use your new words. And another day, you can spend 15 minutes with comprehensible input. Read a simple book or watch a simple video. Now let's see how this looks over 90 days. Phase 1 is days 1 to 30, building the foundation. Your word focus will be Mission 1, the survival words. And you will start Mission 2, the emotion and opinion words. You will learn about 300 to 350 new words in this first month. Your goal is to make simple, correct sentences about yourself and the world. To say what you want, what you need, and what you see. How will this feel? This month is about building momentum, starting to move forward. It might feel a little slow at first. You are learning the nuts and bolts of the language. But by the end of this month, you will be able to say things like, I am a student. I want to learn English because it is important for my work. I see a big dog. It is from my house. These are simple sentences, but they are your sentences. You created them. You are not just translating in your head anymore. You are starting to think in English. Phase 2 is days, 31 to 60, adding color and life. Your word focus will be finishing Mission 2, emotion and opinion. And you will get deep into Mission 3, action and daily life words. You will learn another 300 to 350 words. Your goal is to go beyond simple facts. You will start to show your personality in English. You will describe your actions and tell simple stories about your day. How will this feel? This is when it gets really fun. Your English will sound less like a robot. Instead of just saying, that is a car, you can now say, I think that is a very good car. I like it. You can describe what you did today. Today, I went to the store. I bought some food. Then I came home. Your self-talk and your journal will become more interesting. You are starting to have small internal conversations with yourself in English. Phase 3 is days 61 to 90. Connecting the dots and achieving flow. Your word focus will be finishing Mission 3, action and daily life. And you will master Mission 4, the connection and structure words. This will bring you to the full 1,000 words and even a little more. Your goal is to create more complex sentences, to explain your reasons, to ask good questions, and to understand the flow of a conversation. How will this feel? This is the breakthrough. Learning the connection words like because, so, if, when, why is like learning to change gears in a car. Before, you were always in first gear. Now you can speed up, you can move smoothly, you can connect your ideas. Your sentences will get longer and more complex, but it will feel natural. You will be able to say something like, I wanted to go out, but it started to rain, so I decided to stay home and watch a movie instead. That is a fluent, natural-sounding English sentence, and it is built almost completely from your 1,000 core words. When you listen to native speakers now, you will not just hear a long string of words. You will hear the structure. You will understand the story. The fog will clear. This 90-day plan is your map. It is not a prison. If you miss a day, do not worry. Do not feel guilty. Just come back the next day. The key is to just keep moving forward, gently, consistently. You are no longer a random collector of words. You are now a strategic builder of fluency. Today, we have taken apart a myth. The myth that fluency is a numbers game. The myth that you have to memorize the dictionary. The myth that you are bad at languages. That is all it ever was, a myth. An untrue story. The truth is much simpler. It is smarter. And it is much more hopeful. The power to speak English with confidence is not hidden in 50,000 difficult words. It is right here, in a core group of just 1,000 words. And now you have a plan. A real step-by-step, actionable plan to master them in just 90 days. We have talked about the why. The science that shows these core words make up 85% of daily conversation. We have talked about the what. Our 4 manageable missions to learn the 1,000 words. And we talked about the how, the powerful learning system of SRS, context, and active practice. The journey from feeling silent to speaking with confidence, from feeling frustrated to feeling fluent, is not about adding more and more things. It is about having the courage to focus on what is truly important. It is about choosing to be effective, not just busy. It is about understanding that you do not need to know everything to say anything. You just need to know the right things. This is the end of our time together today, but it is the beginning of your revolution. Your 90-day challenge is your first step. It is you saying, I am finished with the old broken ways. I am ready to stop memorizing and start communicating. To help you start right now, I have created something for you. I have put together the complete list of the 1,000 core words. They are organized by the 4 missions we talked about today. It is a free, downloadable PDF guide. It is your map for the next 90 days. You can download it for free. Just click the link in the description of this episode. It is my gift to you to help you start your journey. If this episode has opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about learning, please do 2 small things for me. First, if you enjoyed our time, please give this episode a like or a 5-star rating. This tells the podcast platform that this is valuable information. It helps us reach more learners like you who are feeling stuck and frustrated. Your like is a vote for a smarter, kinder way to learn. And second, and this is the most important part, I invite you to make a commitment. Go to the comments section right now and type, I am starting my 90-day challenge today. When you write it down, you make a promise to yourself. You join a community of other people who are also taking control of their English journey. You are not alone. Thank you. Thank you for your time and your attention today. I am so proud of you for being here. The power to speak English fluently is already so much closer than you think. You just needed the right key. Now you have it. Go and unlock your world. Until next time, my friend, be kind to yourself and keep shining. See you next time, my friend.